I'm Scott Aukerman.
That's right.
Listen to this. Why are you putting this on a record? It's fine, like dicking around on a piano.
But that's kind of a typical second record thing, is that you're a little bit out of songs, and you're tired because you've been touring for 2 years.
I think if you're in a band, hold something back. Don't put look, you got the Cars who... Their first record, they talk about how they could have called it Greatest Hits because and Huey Lewis Sports, but that wasn't his first record.
I think it was their third, right?
Yeah, but the Cars' first record is like they just boom, 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 everything great. Second one's a bit of a letdown, you know?
Yeah.
Hold something back.
Hey, I go back to... I talk about him too much, probably to all my friends, but
Are we to REM? Here we go.
Reckoning, second record, not a bad song on it.
Nope. Who do you like better, U2 or REM?
This is a tough one, Scott.
Oh my God, I hate to open the floodgates here. And boy, here come the waterworks, by the way. You started to mist up.
Yep.
Wow.
I am it's a sore subject for me. I have to go with REM because, and this is something that I want to. I think it goes through every period of U2's history, where I think that they have made more than any other band, made more albums that are considered classics, like full albums that are considered classics.
Where it's hard to discuss what your favorite U2 record is if you're a U2 fan. There's a lot of debate because so many of the records are good.
But I don't think they have a flawless album.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Like, I think even their best albums have...
Clunkers. Definitely. I was listening, and we'll get to All That You Can't Leave Behind in a few episodes.
Yeah. I was listening to it the other day, too.
Great songs on it, but man...
Talk about front-loading an album.
Yes. Oh, man. New York.
I was going to say New York.
Oh, boy. We'll talk a lot about it.
So wait, let's go back to October here.
Yep. What do you got?
Let me find it again on my smartphone device.
Oh, you have a smartphone?
Yeah, it has a touch screen.
What?
A touch screen.
Okay.
Can we play With a Shout, Jerusalem?
With a Shout, Jerusalem.
Stranger in a Strange Land is kind of a classic that they... What's the song from October that they pulled out on their... Didn't they pull one out on their last tour? Or was it...
Is it I Threw a Brick Through a Window? I don't really know. I didn't see the last tour.
You didn't?
I saw the 361 that was in Pasadena, but I didn't see it when they came back around. Like the one in Pasadena was terrible, from what I remember, and they were really rusty, and they were dealing with technical problems.
Oh, at the Rose Bowl?
The Rose Bowl, yeah.
I thought it was great.
Oh, really? Well, we were sitting behind the band. We were literally the 360 of the three. It was Doug Benson and I was like, they should call this YouTube 180. Yeah, 180. Because it was okay. So
I remember looking and being like, "Yeah, those people back there are not getting a show. This is not 360."
Once per song, one guy would come by and like Adam would like play the bass at us for literally 5 seconds. Once per song, one person.
And
would
your
do
tickets were like $150.
Yeah, we'll talk about all of that shit when we get to it. Here's With a Shout from October. U2. Here we go. Oh, this is a good drum fill.
Larry Mullen Jr. is a good drummer. Their songs are very simple, though, aren't they?
Especially
back in this time.
There's a lot of talk about Adam and what a terrible bass player he was.
Right.
He was widely considered to be a terrible bass player.
Right.
By the band.
Peers?
And himself.
By the band. Okay,
and himself. From what I remember reading about U2 back in the day, is like everyone would kind of make fun of his bass playing.
Okay.
And I think now what they say to be kind is that he is like a steady bass player or something.
Don't they call him like the the kind monk of the band.
Right, yeah, which is not what you want to hear when you're talking about musicianship.
Right.
How nice you are.
But what I was going to say about how simple their songs are is I like that. Like, I like With or Without You, the bass line is
so good.
Yeah, and it's so simple. Scott, could you
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock.
I remember I saw a comedian on Johnny Carson when I was like 10 years old who said, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, it's basically a song about doing nothing. I could just as easily write a song about, like, sitting here watching TV. I'm gonna get up and go over there. And I thought that was hilarious.
It's a song about nothing. I should write a show about nothing. Right. And that man was Jerry Seinfeld. Yep. Fantastic.
Okay, can we hear Stranger in a Strange Land?
Yes, sir, we can. Here we go. Stranger in a Strange Land from October. U2. Is this one of your favorites?
This is good, and this is starting to sound like a live U2 show, don't you think?
A little bit, yeah. The Edge's style is not really developed at this point. He's kind of imitating,
he's figuring it out,
post-punk players. Yeah. But a little bit of that sounded a little like the Edge there. Oh, here it is. Bow, bow,
See,
bow.
This is now going into territory I don't love.
Right. Yeah.
Like the super echoey vocals and
yeah.
I mean, they were like 21 years old.
Yeah,
they're figuring it out. But I love hearing like one of the great bands sort of come of age,
figuring it out
in front of our ears.
Let's skip over to War. Okay,
so War is really where they figured it out. I mean, this album is a cohesive vision, don't you think?
As they call it, their most immediate record. There's no echo almost, although I hear a little bit here. But it's their most in-your-face record.
Yeah, it's in your face.
You know what I mean? This has some massive hits on it. You have...
But at the time, how big were those hits? Were they hits like how Vampire Weekend, Diane Young was a hit? Like, it was a hit with, like, it wasn't like number one on pop charts.
No, it was something where if you were into alternative music, you knew it. It was one of the biggest songs.
Huge.
But it's not Blurred Lines.
Yeah.
It's not like With or Without You or I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, which are major across-the-board hits.
Right. Like Grammys and just like gobs of pussy in your face.
Oh, my God. Like, can we talk about gobs of pussy in your face?
Just gobs.
What's the biggest gob of pussy
I've ever had in my face?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
By the way, Bono, hit us up with the backstage passes. We'd love to talk about pussy with you.
So I'm looking right here on my mobile smartphone device, and I'm looking at the track listing
for War.
And for some reason, I don't have Sunday Bloody Sunday, but
That's
I have the
number
rest
one.
of the album. I know it's not on here, but these are. I mean, let's just go through it. Let's play. We all know Sunday Bloody Sunday. Let's play Seconds.
Seconds is great.
Here we go.
Here we go. Seconds from U2. Turn it up a little bit.
Remember, this is like a headphones in high school song.
I remember I knew the singles from this record. New Year's Day, obviously, Sunday Bloody Sunday, and also Two Hearts Beat as One. Those were played constantly on K-Rock, okay? But, so then I picked up this record,